Yo, what's up, Diamond family? It's your man Vivi, and welcome back to the VVS Academy. As you guys know, I'm here every week dropping off gems, teaching you to record and make your music better. So if that sounds good to you, stick around. Look, man, I got a really crazy video for you guys. I'm going to be showing you guys the top 3 mistakes to avoid when you're mixing your rap vocals. I won't even overtalk it. If you need a template for recording in Logic or recording in Pro Tools, check out my free templates down below. They're going to completely change the game for you, get you sounding great right away. All right, I won't overtalk it. Let's go ahead and play back the track, and here we go.
Let it seem like Jodeci. My diamond, they be yeah, they shining, yeah, you know it's me. Niggas be my sons, you know I keep shooters like CP3. My niggas here don't rep no gang or hoodie, reppin' these their new AP.
Okay, cool. As you can hear, the song sounds cool, the beat's crazy, the vocals are all the way off, like they're going off. But the issue is what? The number one mistake we're making. The song is not balanced. We can barely hear the vocal. The beat is going crazy. We're probably clipping all over the place. Let's go to the mixer. Yeah, we're 4.8 dB above clipping. Like, we're doing a lot. So let's go ahead and figure out how to balance the song better. You can use any VU meter you like. I like to use the VU meter within the Slate VMR. So I'm going to get rid of everything that's up here besides the virtual channel. We're going to de-click these 2 buttons just so we can adjust these things individually. And what I want to look for is I want my meter to be hitting maybe the red, going into the red on the absolute loudest parts of the beat. Other than that, we want it to stay in the black part or below 0. So let's see if we can dial that in.
Let it seem like Jodeci. My diamond, they be yeah, they shining, yeah, you know it's me. Niggas be my sons, you know I keep shooters like CP3. My niggas.
Cool, so our beat has got a pretty good balance. Let's do the same thing for our vocals. So when we go to our vocals, we may need to turn them up. What I'm gonna do though is just go to the bus, because both of these vocal channels here on the hook are actually feeding this one VMR. So I can adjust both of them here. So let's go ahead and do the same thing for our vocals. Try to get our vocals to maybe touch the red on the absolute loudest part.
Let it seem like Jodeci. My diamond, they be yeah, they shining, yeah, you know it's me. Niggas be my sons, you know I keep shooters like CP3. My niggas here don't rep no gang or hoodie, reppin' these their new AP. Let it seem like Jodeci. My diamond, they be yeah, they shining, yeah, you know it's me. Niggas be my sons, you know I keep shooters like CP3.
And as you can hear, that's a much more balanced vocal sound. So let's go to the faders and look at the all Vox bus, which is actually turned up a little, and the beat bus. I actually should have checked this first. So now let's see where our balance stands and see if we need to readjust anything.
Let it seem like Jodeci. My diamond, they be yeah, they shining, yeah, you know it's me. Niggas be my sons, you know I keep shooters like CP3. My niggas here don't rep no gang or hoodie, reppin' these their new AP. Let it seem like Jodeci. My diamond, they be yeah, they shining, yeah, you know it's me. Niggas be my sons, you know I keep shooters like CP3. My niggas here don't rep no gang or hoodie, reppin' these their new AP. Let it seem like Jodeci. My diamond, they be yeah, they shining.
So as you can see, we're still getting a little bit of clipping, but that's going to be fixed when we start doing some bus compression and that things once we get further into the mix. But right now, our balance is 100% better. This is just based off of using our meters to show us where we should place everything. All right, so that's the number 1 mistake you're making. Number 2 mistake is that you're over-processing the vocals. Now, what do I mean by over-processing? Over-processing means, let's take, for instance, let's say, for instance, we're using an EQ. And instead of just making some broad moves with the EQ, we've got like 8 or 9 tiny cuts or 8 or 9 tiny boosts that is just making the EQ sound weird and unnatural. And it's not great for the vocal. So let's mute out these ad-libs really quickly, and then we'll start to dig into some EQ for this lead vocal. Remember, we're making broad moves. We don't want to over-compress, or I'm sorry, we don't want to over-process what we're doing.
Let it seem like Jodeci. My diamond, they be yeah, they shining, yeah, you know it's me. These niggas be my sons, you know I keep shooters like CP3. My niggas here don't rep no gang or hoodie, reppin' these their new AP. Let it seem like Jodeci. My diamond, they be yeah, they shining, yeah, you know it's me. These niggas be my sons, you know I keep shooters like CP3. My niggas here don't rep no gang or hoodie, reppin' these their new AP.
Great, so I like the way that EQ sounds, super simple, super round. Let's go ahead and take it a step further and keep it simple with the compression as well. We're just gonna go ahead and grab an RVox and let's do some light compression. If you look down here at the bottom, I'm gonna be looking for 3 to 5 dB of gain reduction, so let's do that.
Let it sing like Jodeci. My diamond Davy V, yeah they shining, yeah you know it's me. These niggas be my sons, you know I keep shooters like CP3. My niggas he don't rep no gang on hoodie, reppin' Bust down new AP. Let it sing like Jodeci. My diamond Davy V, yeah they shining, yeah you know it's me. These niggas be my sons, you know I keep shooters like CP3. My niggas he don't rep no gang on hoodie, reppin' Bust down new AP. Let it sing like Jodeci. My diamond Davy V, yeah they shining, yeah you know it's.
As you can hear, super simple moves that just took our song and just completely balanced it in a more consistent way. The vocals are coming through consistently. Those frequencies that were bothering us are not cutting through nearly as much. We're just basically controlling the song, making it more cohesive, making it fit together better. All right. The third mistake I can tell you to avoid when it comes to mixing your songs is starting at the top. If you're not making big moves at the top, meaning you're not starting with your entire mix bus and compressing from there first, or starting with your entire mix bus and EQing from there first, you're working against yourself. You're working a lot slower. You're working a lot, you're doing a lot of fine adjustments that you might not need to make when some big moves would probably change that for you. All right, so let's talk about it. If we get our song balanced first, I'm going to grab a VMR here as well, just so that we can look at how things are hitting this channel. Let's go ahead and grab the harmonics, and we'll grab the mix bus and make sure that we're in group 1 where everything else is, and we're going to set these both to 0 and see where the meters hit.
Bust down new AP. Let it sing like Jodeci. My diamond Davy V, yeah they shining, yeah you know it's me. These niggas be my sons, you know I keep shooters like CP3. My niggas he don't rep no gang on hoodie, reppin' Bust down new AP.
Cool, so let's try to add some compression to this, to the overall track. For that, I'm gonna stick with Slate. I'm gonna grab the FG Mu compressor. I like this compressor because I can do mid-side compression with it, and all you have to do is switch this knob right here and then turn the stereo link off. So I'm going to be aiming for about 3 dB of gain reduction, and I'm also going to mix it probably 50 to 70%. So we're not really going to be getting much compression. I'm also going to roll off, basically bypass the low end, so the kick or the super low sub isn't what's triggering the compressor, but more of the body of the song, more of the dynamic elements. So let's see what we get. Oh, really quick, the top is the middle and the bottom is the sides. So we're going to adjust the middle first, get that dialed in, and then we'll go with the sides.
Let it sing like Jodeci. My diamond Davy V, yeah they shining, yeah you know it's me. These niggas be my sons, you know I keep shooters like CP3. My niggas he don't rep no gang on hoodie, reppin' Bust down new AP. Let it sing like Jodeci. My diamond Davy V, yeah they shining, yeah you know it's me. These niggas be my sons, you know I keep shooters like CP3. My niggas he don't rep no gang on hoodie, reppin' Bust down new AP. Let it sing like Jodeci. My diamond Davy V, yeah they shining, yeah you know it's me. These niggas be my sons, you know I keep shooters like CP3. My niggas he don't rep no gang on hoodie, reppin' Bust down new AP.
The beautiful thing about working with a mid-side compressor is you get kind of another way to balance your track, because you can just use those output knobs to turn the middle of your track up or to turn the sides up or down, depending on what you're looking for. So that's tip number 3, man. Working at the top is going to give you a much more controlled sound. It's going to do a lot more than working at the individual track level from the start. So if you start, doing some mix bus EQ, some mix bus compression, some mix bus saturation, all those kinds of things, you're going to cover a lot more ground, get a lot more things done with one plugin rather than going down to each individual track. Not saying that you won't work your way down to individual tracks, but if you start at the bigger level, start at the bus level, you'll notice that your mix comes together a lot faster. So look, man, that's what I got for you today. Remember, if you need some more help, drop me a line down below. My name is VB, and I'm here for you. Stay humble, make diamonds only. Peace.
Let it sing like Jodeci. My diamond Davy V, yeah they shining, yeah you know it's me. These niggas be my sons, you know I keep shooters like CP3. My niggas he don't rep no gang on hoodie, reppin' Bust down new AP.